What brought you to Taiwan?
Taiwan would be a better place because me and my boyfriend, we decided we wanted to move in together and we were like, what about if we move in and go somewhere else? And he really wanted to explore a little bit. I wanted to continue practicing Chinese and be in that environment. And we heard from friends that Taiwan was such a good place to live. You should definitely go and check it out. So we were like, okay, let's go apply for a master's degree. So we both applied to one and we both got accepted. And then we basically went 6 months later. Yeah, so went pretty fast, but yeah, that's how we got here.
Amazing. So cool.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show today. My name is John Drummond, or Yang Haoen.
Hello, 大家好，欢迎各位再度来到 NG 英文，我是 Angela.
We have a great episode for you today with my new friend Rebecca, who's known around the professional and Taiwanese community as Rebecca Gourrier.
今天我们的来宾是几个星期前也有来上过节目的加密货币达人 Frances 的好姐妹 Rebecca。好，她同样呢也要来跟大家聊一些 Web 3.0 的相关资讯。
My guest today is French-British. However, she has been living in Taiwan for quite some time now. She is a language lover, a studious mind, a brand new Web3 explorer, and so much more. So everyone, please welcome my new friend, Rebecca.
Hello, thank you.
Boom. Welcome, Becca, to NG 英文. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you. Great to be here. It's actually one of my first podcasts, so let's see how it goes.
First podcast. Yeah, I'm excited. And it's so cool because we got to connect through someone who's been on the NG 英文 show. Frances. I love that. Yeah, shout out to Frances. She's a rock star. So cool.
She is.
And it seems like you're quite a rock star also. So
well,
seems like you guys got a good circle of friends there.
We have that vibe, you know.
It's awesome. So I was hoping you could start the show with giving a little introduction. Who is the woman, the myth, the legend?
Oh,
Becca?
Wow. Okay. Okay, so hey, I'm Rebecca. I'm French-British. I arrived in Taiwan 7 years ago, and now I work in marketing for Web3, so for a crypto and NFT project.
So cool. Nice little sum up right there. That
Yeah,
wasn't you.
short and
I thought
sweet.
this was your first time.
It is, but I don't know. Maybe you. I got a good training.
You're born for this, huh?
I know.
You're meant to do the PR work of marketing. Awesome. So you're in the Web3 space and you are working with a pretty cool project here in Taiwan called Arcade.inc, and that's an NFT project and a metaverse project called Arcade Land. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes. So Arcade.inc, we're creating inclusive metaverse that is interoperable, and it basically launched beginning of April. So we launched our lands and sold out. So we're really excited and can't wait to continue building for the community and see how it goes.
Yeah, congratulations. You guys sold out. I saw the numbers. It's incredible. And I know what you guys are trying to build, and I just love that. An inclusive, interoperable community where many different NFT projects can actually all come together. Is that right?
Exactly. So what we're currently seeing with other metaverses is usually they create, their projects create their own NFTs and their own IPs, which is not really accessible or user-friendly for others, like other NFT projects. So with Arcade, we really make a stand, and our vision is really to be more inclusive to everyone, to all NFTs. So that's what we're building right now. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. And like you said so well, kind of just to reiterate that, is most of these metaverse projects, only if you own their characters, their IP, can you then enter their metaverse. But with you guys, with Arcade, you guys are trying to make it so, hey, actually everyone can come hang out in this pixelated metaverse. I saw some demos.
Yeah.
Looks super cool.
Yeah.
You can represent your community from another community,
Yeah.
but you can all hang out in Arcade Land.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the first like metaverses where many NFT projects can mingle together, and that's novel. And also it's a way to all try to gather and, create greater relationships. Because right now it can be very segmented. So you're in that project and that's it, So it's kind of, just opening up to broaden our NFT community.
Yeah, I love that. And it's because right now everything is very segregated. It's very like, I'm a part of this community and you're like, rah, rah, rah. But no, that's not the point of Web3, right? We're trying to create inclusivity. And so I love that you guys are working on that. And so could you take us through a little bit of your journey? I mean, you're pretty fresh as Francis. You guys are both pretty fresh into the Web3 space. So what are the origin stories?
Yeah, I still feel like a noob, to be honest.
A noob, great word.
Yep.
A noob. Someone who's brand new. They're learning the land. Great word. That might be a buzzword for the day.
Exactly. I'm new in that space. Like I've only joined a couple months ago to help out for another NFT project, and then had a short break, went to France, and then came back, was looking for a job, and this opportunity came up, and I just had to seize it. Exciting, but intimidating also.
Yeah, it's a steep learning curve, right?
Yes.
A lot of new vocabulary, a lot of new ways of communicating, right? Different social media apps, the lexicon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally different from what I was using in Web 2. We were mostly focusing on Instagram and YouTube. Here it's like Twitter and Discord. So it's like 100%. Like I had no clue. I've never been on Discord before. Twitter, I was also kind of like, okay, where am I stepping into? So yeah, it's all novel, but it's great to see how things work in those social media platforms as well.
Yeah, no doubt. I feel the same way. And so thinking about your career though, you are focusing mostly on the marketing side of things. What would you say is different from your marketing experience in Web 2 versus now in Web 3?
So in Web 2, I was doing more media relations and branding, so KOL outreach and collaborations with influencers. So in a way that can be quite similar, because we also, for like the arcade project, we were also looking for influencers or people to partner with. I guess the difference is, as you were saying just before, the platforms are different, and the media, basically, they're kind of influencers, like on Twitter. So you kind of try to reach in a different way. You're not on email, like we never send emails anymore. So that's also very new. Like we're only communicating through, like internally, we're communicating on Slack 100%, the rest of the time, just like Twitter, Discord. So yeah, it's very new.
Yeah, it's so interesting. And I am hoping, I'm projecting a little bit here, but I'm hoping there will be a different social media app that emerges from this, that is a little bit more intuitive to people coming from maybe Web 2 into Web 3, because yeah, Discord just seems to me, no disrespect to Discord, but it just seems like it's meant for gaming. I think it was created for like the streamers and gamers, kind of like Twitch-esque. I don't feel it's great for a lot of the things we need to accomplish and the roadblocks we need to get past here in Web 3. But it's what we have now. It's the first generation.
Right. Yeah. No, you're totally right. I agree. It is more on the gaming side. So maybe not suitable. I'm sure we can have a better platform for all communities to gather. And maybe, who knows, like Arcade, if when we develop this new platform, Arcade, will be able to create like a sort of a social platform where everybody can actually, hang out and chat. That's what we're aiming to do. So
yeah, I love it. And so thinking a little bit then about the future, what do you want to be focused on as Rebecca in the world of Web3 and crypto now?
Great question. Yeah. Wow. Trick question.
Oh, she doesn't want to actually do anything in Web3. She's out. She's done with it.
No, I'm not done. I think that's the thing exciting. It's a very new space, and I feel the technology behind it is so interesting and has so much potential that I want to be part of it just as a whole. So I just joining this new project was an opportunity to get a step in, but also I really like their vision and mission. So building the brand is actually really exciting to me. So I think that would be probably my next focus. Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah. And I can just feel it from your energy. You know, what a lot of my friends now who are in Web3 are reminding me of is everyone is in a startup company right now. You know, and everyone is professionals. They come from the Web2 world or whatever they've been doing. And now they're like, dude, I feel like I'm in a startup. There's no hours. You're always on call. You're working your weekends, you're working nights. But everyone's like, let's do this. Like, I feel like we're on the right track.
Yeah.
You know?
It has that startup vibe. Yeah, definitely. It's cool. It's cool because we're all in it together, right? So, yeah, it is tiring, but it's all worth it in the end.
I agree. Could you share maybe anything you've learned now since you've began?
I would say find someone that is very knowledgeable about the subject because it's very daunting and it can be very intimidating as a new space. If you don't know anything about it, you probably heard like, oh, it's a scam. Oh, it's scary. Yeah, it's not for me. But honestly, like if you have someone trustworthy that can help you, like guide you through, I really recommend that. Because that's what helped me out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well said. And it's fascinating to see kind of, who's pushing back, right? I know a lot of people, they see news articles and it's like, wow, it's all a scam. But just talk to someone who you trust, who's in the space maybe, and see why they got interested, you know?
Yeah.
I always encourage people to stay curious, you know? Learn for yourself. Think for yourself here on NG English.
Yeah, think for yourself. Yes.
Think for yourself.
Do your own research. Yeah.
Do your own research. That's right.
That's also very important.
Very important. DYOR.
Yeah.
Do your own research. Yes.
Absolutely.
节目上半段这里，各位有听到他说在公司 Arcade Inc 是负责做什么的吗？没错，做行销，没办法有听到，而且也不意外，就是做加密货币和 NFT 这方面的行销。好，毕竟他们 Arcade Inc 是元宇宙里面发光发热的 Web 3.0 公司。特别的是呢，他们的元宇宙还不是一般的元宇宙，一般的 Metaverse 而已哦，而是 inclusive， 是每个人都可以参与，而且具有互通性的。好，大家的 NFT 都可以进来一起玩，不像一般很多元宇宙项目都可能就是只有当你有他们的 IP， 他们自己的 IP 的时候才有权限可以进入他们的元宇宙。感觉好像还蛮厉害的在元宇宙里面打这个互通性的前锋。听众朋友们有兴趣的话呢，待会到他们的平台 arcade.inc好，去了解一下。我个人觉得很酷，而且很像以前小时候打的那个电动游戏的那个画面，很有复古味。好，言归正传，帅来宾他当初是怎么开始接触这个领域的嘞？原来呢，他2个多月前才刚加入元宇宙，加入 NFT 的行列，但那个时候只是帮忙而已，之后就去法国了。后来一回台湾之后，因为在找工作，那刚好遇到这个缺，才想说要好好把握机会应征进来元宇宙的世界。只是没想到在这个新兴社群里面有一头拉苦的资讯要吸收，很多新的词汇要认识，完全就还是一个在从 Web 2.0 慢慢进化到 3.0 的新手。虽然他以前就是做行销的，但是网络 2.0 的行销和网络 3.0 的行销多少还是有点不一样，所以也是一步一步在学。那未来呢，也会持续钻研这方面，继续把他们公司的品牌这个 Arcade.inc 建立下去。那如果有兴趣也想要加入网络 3.0 的行列，进入元宇宙，听众朋友，来宾呢建议你可以去找一位值得信赖的朋友去带你。好，因为这个领域毕竟还是相对很新，还是有很多未知，对不对？像很多人都会以为这是诈骗啊什么的，有人带的话就会比较好上手。重点是要是一个可以信任而且对这方面有一定认识的人哦。像来宾他自己当初就是这样子接轨的，不然一波接一波的资讯蜂拥而来，大概也是招架不住。来，这边有几个字我们一起练习。来宾他们公司品牌 Arcade Inc 这个 Arcade 通常指的是我们讲的电子游乐场，好像汤姆熊那类的地方，一讲出来好像我年纪就透露。好，就是有很多游戏机可以玩。那如果你去他们平台的话，就大概可以知道为什么会取名为 Arcade，因为他们整个画面都是以前电动里面那种画面呈现。那后面的网域名称 Inc INC 是 incorporate 的缩写，就像我们什么什么网站 .com 有没有那个 com 就是 company 的意思。因为他们说的这个元宇宙大家可以相互交流的互通性，一般是说 interoperable or interoperability。 好，它是相对新的一个词，主要是把前面字首 inter 互相和 operate 运作这两个字做结合。那还有这个很口语而且有点可爱的字 noob N-O-O-B， 或是有人拼成 N-E-W-B， 它指的就是新手菜鸟 noob。 不过你是在元宇宙在科技业还是在任何领域的新手菜鸟都可以用 noob 来形容。好，它是一个非常道地而且实用的字，建议大家可以收藏到口袋里面，找机会拿出来用哦。最后你如果想要表达带人或者是引导某人做某事的话，可以用这边来宾说的 to guide someone through。 像如果你想要接触网络 3.0 的世界，他建议找人来带你，找人 guide you through。 好，一步一步的去认识，而不是就直接一头栽进去。好，那我们赶快听下半段的分享吧。
Awesome, Becca. Well, do you mind if we switch gears a little bit, kind of to the story of you?
Okay.
French, British, in Taiwan for 7 years. Where do we begin? So many languages you speak. I'm so excited. So I was hoping, could we start with what brought you to Taiwan in the first place?
So, long story.
She came here for a guy.
I'm going to try to keep it short. So after high school, I really wanted to learn a new language. And then Chinese was really interesting for me. It was completely different. And obviously, with the world changing, I saw learning Chinese as an asset, that it would be an extra card in my hands, you know.
You had that vision as a high schooler?
Well, I guess my dad kind of also guided me through, which
Shout
is
out
very
to
helpful.
Dad.
Shout out to Dad. And I loved it. It was amazing. Like those 3 years learning Chinese was fascinating. I just really loved the whole process. Graduated and then decided that Taiwan would be a better place because me and my boyfriend at the time, now my fiance, so we decided we wanted to move in together, and we were like, what about if we move in and go somewhere else? And he really wanted to explore a little bit. I wanted to continue practicing Chinese and be in that environment. And we heard from friends that Taiwan was such a good place to live. You should definitely go and check it out. So we were like, okay, let's go apply for a master's degree. So we both applied to one and we both got accepted. And then we basically went 6 months later. Yeah, so went pretty fast, but yeah, that's how we got here.
Amazing. So cool. And so, so you arrived. You guys have been living here now for 7 years.
Yeah.
Are you both now working? Because you finished master's was 2-year program?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So after that 2 years, you both got jobs and now are full-time here. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Incredible, incredible. And so with your language knowledge, would you say with your work with Arcade, are you using Chinese a lot? Are you using English? Where are you balancing that scale now?
So the team mainly speaks in Chinese. All the time. They obviously use also some English. Thankfully for me, they're using a little bit of a mix because it's still very technical, especially in English. I'm already a little bit overwhelmed by this, the terminologies and lexical of that space. So I'm really grateful I can also use my English, but my listening comprehension obviously has improved a lot thanks to that, because I listen to my peers speaking in Chinese. So yeah, I would say Chinese is definitely a helpful asset, in the workplace.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you think about it like an asset. And it's so true, right? The more languages you have, the more cards you hold, it's so cool. And so could you share any tips and advice? I know you loved the learning process, it sounds like, you just immersed yourself. But do you remember any tips and advice or actionable steps that can help our audience here on NG Ingwen with any language?
For Chinese, for me, I first started with pronunciation. I really wanted to try to master that because that was it was so different to what we're used to. So I try to pick up some words that look similar to English or like similar to French. And I would kind of like say, okay, that looks similar. All right. And so I'll use that. And then just like keep practicing and practicing. It's all about repeating, right? And that's how I think in schools here in Taiwan, that's how also they learn Chinese. So yeah, repeating, just practicing really, really helps a lot. But I just really enjoyed the whole process of like trying, repeating, which is a bit different than what we do, I think, in Western countries, right?
Yeah. Because I actually enjoyed studying. I loved learning characters. So I enjoyed actually going home and like looking at them. How do you write them?
Yeah.
You know, I love that because I'm a visual learner too.
Yes.
And so it's fun to hear somebody that's like,
And
I love the process.
Yeah. And the meaning behind each character as well and how they are combined.
Oh,
that's
man. Chinese logic.
I know.
Spot on.
I love it. Yeah, I just really recommend it.
The building blocks, right?
Yes.
The fundamentals. And it's such a metaphor for life, right? You can use these fundamentals and then you can speak poetry. Yes. Crazy. So cool. Unfortunately, we're coming to the end of the show here. But if you could go back and talk to a younger Rebecca, would there be any advice you give yourself about language, life, Web3, anything?
Such a nice question.
Thank you.
I would say embrace change, be open to change and seize the opportunities. So definitely try to get as many cards in your hands as you can. I think that was very helpful for me. And I think seize the opportunity and embrace change would be some tips.
I love it. Yes. Couldn't agree more. Embrace change because that's the only constant, right? We're always dealing with change. And look at you. You've handled it so well. You've come into the Web3 space. You're like, hey, let me learn all this. And just love that. Shout out to you. Shout out to your father. For instilling that mindset, and shout out to your fiance Ben. Might have to have him on the show next. It sounds like.
There you go.
There we go. That's how I operate. I'm just like, oh, you got more people? Give them to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome, Rebecca. Well, where can people find more about Arcade.inc? Where can they find more about you on social media?
Yeah, so you can go on our website, arcade.inc. Well, also our collection of arcade lands is on OpenSea, so you can go and check us out. And then Twitter, I'm Miss Becca, so Miss MISS_EDWDS_.
Love it. Miss Becca. Very, very cool.
It's important to show that there are women in this space because there's so many guys, and also they call you bro
or sir.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what a big passion. I know, I'm sorry, maybe my NG England listeners, you feel I'm doing a lot of Web3 stuff right now, but I'm trying to bring on more women in the space because
we need more women.
Bullish women in Web3. Yes, that means we're and they're here. They're out there. They're doing cool stuff.
Yeah.
And you guys are bringing in what we really need, which is like the vibes to not be like, bro. We don't need more bro culture.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bullish on women in Web3, guys.
Yay!
Shout out to all the women in Web3. And remember, if you are a woman in tech and in Web3, please message us on NG Ingwen ICRT.
I may have a few good candidates.
Please send them our way. I want to support that, nurture that. Awesome, Becca. Well, thank you for joining us today on NG Ingwen.
Thanks, John. It was great to be here
and
share with you.
下半段这边，我们这位在台湾已经住了7年的来宾，跟大家分享到，他当初来台湾竟然是为爱走天涯。没有啦，他那时候高中毕业的时候呢，很想要学一个外语。那中文你知道，就是越来越行，而且学会了等于给自己手上多一张牌嘛，对不对？给自己在社会上多增加一个优势，一个筹码。所以可想而知，就是开始上课，开始学嘛。然后后来也是觉得蛮上手的，而且学出兴趣，想要继续深造。那另外一半也想要到海外看世界，加上周遭朋友也都说台湾很美吧，可以试试看。所以跟男朋友2个就申请了台湾的研究所，到我们宝岛来展开新的人生。结果一待就是7年，而且现在因为在台湾工作，公司同事呢大多时候都是用中文沟通，所以呢对他的这个中文听力训练也是非常有帮助，同时也是整个大大提升了他在职场上的竞争力。那如果你有兴趣知道来宾他是怎么练中文的话呢，基本上就是 不断练习，然后反复听反复说，尽量让自己沉浸在那个语言环境里。而且因为我们中文有部首嘛，对不对？所以常常就是都会透过把字拆开的方式呢，来认识一个新的字和其中隐含的意思。其实我觉得跟英文很像，对不对？因为英文也是有字首字尾嘛，就像我们刚刚讲那个 interoperable， 就是 inter 跟 operable 放在一起，或者是什么 un on， 对不对？就是有否定的意思。最后来宾说，如果有机会可以跟以前自己对话，会想要告诉自己呢，就是大方的接受改变，因为世事难料嘛，世界每分每秒都在变，所以如果能够保持一个勇于接受变化的心态，然后多给自己增加一些筹码的话呢，只会对你更加分。来，我们说再见之前呢，先听一下他们刚才提到的一个说法 ，extra card in my hand。好，字面上讲的是手上多一张牌，实际上指的就是多一个筹码，多一个优势。像来宾他除了英文、法文以外，现在又会中文，好，就是在自己手上多添了一张牌，给自己多增加了一个职场优势。另外这样讲到这个 constant change， 表达的就是我们常说的世事难料，事情随时都在变，跟这句谚语很像， The only constant in life is change。 好，意思就是人生中唯一不变的就是变化。好，希望大家一样也有从今天的内容学到一些东西。有兴趣的话呢，等一下可以去他们的网站，他们的这个 rk.inc 平台上去看一下他们的 NFT 哦。
Awesome. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye!
Peace. All right. Well, that is our NG Ingwen show for today. We hope everyone enjoyed listening to that. You can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now Spotify. You can search NG Ingwen, or you can search on IG, NG English ICRT. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday morning from 6:30 to 7, and Wednesday night from 9 to 9:30. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
好啦，今天的节目就到这边告一段落啦，感谢各位的收听，别忘了订阅我们的 Spotify 还有 YouTube 频道哦。那喜欢我们节目的话，也要记得到 Instagram 到 IG 上追踪我们哦。如果各位有什么其他问题是想要问来宾的，也请欢迎在底下留言告诉我们，我们一定会想办法帮你问到手。好啦，那就下周在空中相会咯，拜拜。